Welcome to another great episode of Transformed and Renewed. This is your first time checking us out. Make sure you subscribe and like us at Robody1212. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our page. And if you are returning, what is going on, family? What is good? Listen, got a great topic tonight. I also have some props because I want you to see exactly what I ate for dinner. And I actually cooked some stuff that I think that you're going to enjoy. And I'm going to explain why I believe that you will enjoy this. So again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll remind you later. But some things that I ate tonight for dinner, as you can see, sweet potatoes, and I actually have them in a container because I ate earlier and I was letting actually this cool off, which is I call them violet cabbage. I know some people call it red cabbage, but I just go based off of what looks right to me. But I really want you to see this. You see that? That is hand sliced, cut up. Yes, by yours truly. And this is actually raw because I know that you can eat some cabbage raw and then also cook some lightly. And I'll talk about that later. But here, I actually added some red wine vinegar to this just because my preference. But one thing I wanted to do is to show you this was actually what I ate tonight was some violet cabbage and then I had sweet potatoes. And so why did I actually eat this? And actually for the past couple of days, I have started to eat more of a plant-based dinner, at least for dinner. And the reason why I've done that is one is to get the nutrients, which I'm going to talk more about that. And then it's just better on my tummy because usually when I go to sleep at night, usually I like to eat somewhere around 5 to 6. Sometimes I may eat at 7, but I know that if it starts to get late, and even in the past couple of years when I used to eat, it just sat on my chest, especially when I woke up, like just the different foods. And so I had to really switch up what I was actually eating. And I really noticed a good difference in terms of the feeling. When I woke up in the morning, wasn't no heaviness, but it actually felt fine. And I felt actually more relaxed and rejuvenated. And so this is why I've just opted to eating a lot of plant-based foods, whether it's vegetables and a mix of beans, even fruits for dinner. But another reason why, again, pretty much the main reason tonight, I wanted to talk about why I am choosing, again, the violet cabbage and the sweet potatoes, in case you haven't seen the first time, is because of the nutritional benefits, specifically when it comes to the phytochemicals. Now, with these, I know, at least I'll start with the cabbage. There are two compounds in this red or violet cabbage that are things that I want you to remember. One, it contains sulforaphane, and then it also contains glucosinolate. Okay, so sulforaphane and glucosinolate. And then in your sweet potato, we have beta carotene, and this is a phytochemical that's under a class of phytochemical called carotenoids. And so you've likely heard that term carotenoids referring to red, yellow, or orange fruits and vegetables. Be anything from red, orange bell peppers, orange, based on the color, etc. And so this is a compound found in sweet potatoes, beta carotenoid. One thing that both or all three of these compounds contain between the violet cabbage and the sweet potatoes are that they're antioxidant and anti-cancer. And that's what I'm going to talk a little bit about so that you can get more insight in terms of, okay, what does this mean? And once you understand what this means, my goal is that you would be encouraged to consume more of this because this is going to play a major role and it could be the determining factor between health insurance. And you may question, what does health insurance has to do with food? Actually, a lot. So when it comes to antioxidants and anti-cancer, when you take care of one which is antioxidant, they actually will take care of anti-cancer. And so when it comes to antioxidant, which is what sulforaphane, glucosinolate, which is found in the violet cabbage, and then in the sweet potatoes, beta carotene. Of course, they contain this health benefit antioxidant. And what happens is you have what is known as redox or reactive oxygen species, or noted by the acronym ROS. And so you have these species that can act as free radicals. Now, in case you didn't know, everyone has a level of free radicals in their body, which means that you have these radicals that can pretty much do damage. And this is based on numerous factors. It could be the environment. If you inhale something that is not good for your lungs, then that becomes a free radical in your body. However, depending on how you handle that, so how you react to stress as well as what you consume in terms of your nutrition, can determine if there is a balance. And typically, once you have a balance between the free radicals and then the antioxidants in your body, then that allows you to function normal. However, when there is an imbalance, then there can be destruction. And so when you have these free radicals and you have them proliferating at elevated levels, then that can cause abnormal cell changes in your body. And so when you have abnormal cells occurring in your body, this can mean damage for you. Okay. One thing that when it comes to free radicals that they can do if not handled correctly, or I would say these ROS reoxygen oxygen species, they can actually cause large biomolecule changes, such as changes in the protein, the DNA, lipids, etc., in your body. So when you have changes in your DNA, in your protein, as well as lipids in your body and other crucial biomolecules in your body, this can also lead to the onset of cancer. And so when it comes to antioxidants, these pretty much act to reverse that. And at least I know when it comes to carotenoids, and this can also be similar when it comes to sulforaphane and even the glucosinolates, but I know under the class of carotenoids, these can actually quench and even inactivate the redox oxygen species or the free radicals. And so it prevents them from doing further damage on your cells or even causing there to be abnormal cell growth. And so this is good news, because once you understand this information, it's just a matter of, okay, let me see how I can increase this antioxidant activity. And of course, one way you do that is you figured it out by consuming foods like these. Now, I will say sometimes people look at dietary supplements, which I talked about, in terms of, okay, what if I don't get the proper nutrition from whole foods? Can I just use a dietary supplement? And you can, however, it's not going to be the same. And even research has confirmed this, that it is better to get it from whole foods. Why? It's because, again, I use this example of this violet cabbage. As you can see here, this contains sulforaphane and glucosinolates. And one thing about at least glucosinolates, of course, both they are anti-cancer, but with glucosinolates, they can also help with inhibiting colon, rectum, and stomach cancer. So one thing about this is that, yes, you can extract from this violet cabbage and you can still have similar antioxidant activity level. However, it is so much more potent or powerful when you can combine not only this violet cabbage, but with sweet potatoes. And not only that, let's throw in some broccoli, let's throw in some beans, let's even throw in some Brazilian nuts or some pine nuts or almonds. And this is really going to take up that antioxidant, anti-cancer, and even antimicrobial, which can prevent bacterial issues from occurring in your body. Now, if you really want to take it up a notch, you can even throw in some berries, which really have a higher antioxidant capacity. So as you really think about this and you really understand or receiving this information, it helps you realize, okay, I've heard of this and it makes sense now why the doctor may tell you to get more fruits and vegetables. Of course, most of the times they're not going to go in depth about what you're getting in terms of the phytochemicals or the specific pathways that these can really reverse some of the issues that can occur in your body. But this is pretty much what it is. And to be honest, I've just given you a brief overview of what some of these phytochemicals can do, because there is many more that are present in this food and even in some other fruits and vegetables that you may not have known of, and how they can inhibit certain pathways. Some can even reverse CVD, which is cardiovascular disease, even the onset of osteoporosis. This all comes down to your nutrient intake. Are you getting vitamins? Are you getting the minerals? And even, are you getting the proper phytochemicals in your body? So again, when it comes to what I eat, I just make a mindful decision. And again, I haven't even touched on herbs and spices, which are very similar in terms of the phytochemicals and the nutrients that they contain, and their potency in terms of being able to act as antioxidants, anti-cancer, antibacterial, anti-proliferative, which means that they can inhibit the proliferation of abnormal cell growth. And so when it comes to these, the list just goes on, and there are, again, just classes underneath phytochemicals that are very beneficial. But I did just want to give you some information so that you can at least start thinking about, okay, I've heard, and I've even told myself that I need to do better. But this is just me giving you some more information about why I actually eat what I eat. And so that way it can actually motivate you next time you're in the grocery store, you're looking at something. You can think about, number one, just in terms of the color itself, because the color itself is a benefit, because when you can get just a variety of fruits and vegetables of different colors, you are already getting a health benefit from that alone, which is, I know it's biphenolic content or acids that are due to the color. So red, orange, green, yellow, these have great benefits just alone from the color. And we haven't even touched just eating the flesh and the skin of certain fruits and vegetables and other plant foods. So again, this is just to give you some information about what I eat, and hopefully this encourages you next time you're at the grocery store. You can buy some fruits and vegetables, load up on them, get those nutrient benefits. Because like I said earlier, when it comes to health insurance, one of the main reasons, or reasons at least I see, why people continue to have health issues is one, and I say one is because there are other factors that play a role, is because of not getting the proper nutrient intake from these whole foods. And again, you could get them from dietary supplements, but the science, even after just going through different articles and just seeing what the research has showed, and even some of the researchers have concluded that it is better, from an article that I read today, to get it from whole foods. Like, I actually read that in the conclusion section, is that they mentioned that it is better to even get it from whole foods rather than dietary supplements, because in the whole state, you're getting everything that was in that whole food versus it being extracted. So again, hopefully this gave you some more insight on phytochemicals, as well as what you can actually prepare for dinner, either today or tomorrow, or sometime soon. That way you can get the proper nutrients. Okay. So again, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. Yes, and we appreciate your support. So again, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Over the next couple of weeks, we are going to be providing you with some more content, and be on the lookout, because there could be a surprise notification that you don't want to miss. I can't tell you what it is, but you just have to stay tuned for these live events and even some of our posts to stay up to date with what we could be doing. So again, this could be a surprise, could bless you in a way that you may have said, man, I didn't want to miss that. And so that way you have to stay tuned. I can't tell you what it is, but you have to stay tuned. And until next time, I will talk with you later, family. And I hope that you've enjoyed this content.